Welcome. In this video, I'll take you through the process of refining my abstract painting. It started as a work in progress, and with the help of fresh perspective and insight, especially from ChatGPT, I was able to make crucial adjustments. Let's dive into how those changes shaped the final piece. This painting is 30 by 30 inches in oil, an abstract piece meant to convey a conflict between the loopy arcs on the bottom and the sharp straight lines in the upper half. For me, starting a painting isn't the hard part, but once I'm deep into it, I often get lost in the details, almost obsessively. I'll get immersed in the process, but sometimes it's hard to step back and consider the principles of design or color theory. That's when I turn to a fresh perspective and help refine my instincts, especially after hours of work and numerous refining sessions. It's about gaining clarity so I can make more deliberate choices. The first step was to make the left side of the foreground the focal point, where the main action and energy originate. I softened the shapes and tones around it to create a clearer visual narrative. This also helped create negative space, giving the viewer a place to rest their eyes without being overwhelmed by competing shapes and colors, like in the previous version. I wanted to move beyond decorative shapes and create a deeper narrative. When I feel stuck, I take a photo of the painting and upload it into ChatGPT. I ask it to evaluate the work based on specific criteria, whether it's principles of design, innovation trends in contemporary art, or even sellability. The feedback helps me stay focused and pushes me to refine my work further, offering insights that I might have missed on my own. In this step, I also varied the line thickness and made the foreground sharper while reducing the overpowering presence of the purple pillar on the front left. As I continued, I focused on refining the design. I wanted the conflict between the loopy arcs and straight lines to feel more dynamic and intentional. While I relied on my instincts for the adjustments, I also sought a fresh perspective to identify what I might have missed. ChatGPT suggested adding a disruptive mark to further develop the implied narrative of conflict and create a visual connection between the upper and lower parts of the painting. That's the yellow slash just right of center, which resembles a shot fired across the lines, knocking one of the arcs upside down. And here it is, the final piece. You can now see more subtle suggestions of smoke and depth. The painting is anchored on the front left, while the right side suggests an area where the loops have been toppled, or perhaps a crater reminiscent of World War I trench warfare. What started as an exploration of conflict between elements has evolved into a more balanced and cohesive work. The creative process is ongoing, and that's what keeps it exciting. Every adjustment, every decision brings me closer to the art. Art is a never ending journey of discovery, growth, and transformation. What's your next step? To explore more of my work, visit my website and connect with me. Thank you for joining me on this creative process.